Hey everybody, I'm Drew. I'm a grateful graduate of Corinne Grill's Angel Alchemy Academy, and I'm zooming in from Boston, 30 minutes from Boston, um, and I everything that you'll be seeing me do today is things that I learned in school, and I don't know. Let's see if anybody's out there. I don't see anybody out there, so I guess I could wait a few minutes to see if anybody shows up. Okay, well. There we go. We got somebody. And feel free to say hello, whoever's out there. So anyway, today we'll be doing a group healing. The format is different from than if you were to book a session. Hey, Heidi. And let's see. Let me do this. I've never used this before, so. I'm so excited for you to be here too. So today we're going to be doing a group healing, like I said, which is a little bit different from if you were to like book a session. Hey Marlena, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here. When you book a session, the sessions are a little bit longer and they're more in depth. Hey Lonnie, so excited you're here. Basically, today we're going to be doing some grounding. I'm going to explain why energy body healing is important, and I'm so glad you guys are all showing up. So sweet, and so we're going to do some grounding, and I'm going to explain why healing the energy body is important. Then we're going to do some healing, and I'm going to be asking Spirit to send unconditional love to each and every one of you. Hey, Carol. And then I will also ask for physical healing and the energy body healing. So if you have any of your own concerns that you want things addressed, then feel free to write it in the chat, and I will be more than glad to ask for those healings for you. Let's see. So then I will put on some. So once I go into a meditation and do the healing, hey Gail, where you guys calling from? Where you guys calling in from or zooming in from? It'd be cool to know. So after I do the meditation, I'll put on some music during the meditation while I go in and ask for healing, and then I'll come back and see how everybody's doing and see how your experience is, and I'll tell you, what happened for me. So why is the energy body healing clearing important? Well, because of course, there is yard work being done. Because basically the energy body, like you pick up, like through the years, you can pick up what Corinne calls hucha, which is, it can just like stick to you, like all these different kinds of energies. You can be out in the street and walk through it, and it can come on you. Hey, Carolyn. And you can, and just from like, hi, Bree, and also, nice meeting you too. Oh, Florida. Okay. God bless you in Florida. Hey, Aaron. And through the years, these things can build up, and they can kind of bog you down, and you don't even really know that they're bothering you, and because we are made of pure light, and so to have these lower energies on us, can be taxing, and we don't even realize it. And I didn't really even know to deal with, how to, or even like think about clearing the energy body prior to going to the academy. So it's important because when you have these lower energies, it's more difficult to connect to spirit and to heaven. And so when you're more clear, you have a more clear connection to heaven and into your body, and your spiritual gifts can get boosted when these things are cleared, when these things are cleared up, because there's all this stuff in the way. So yeah. So the process only takes like maybe like 20 minutes, and it can clear away years of these built up energies. So what I'd like to do next is I like to read through a little grounding exercise, because grounding is really important. I don't know, you know. Hey, Lynn. See that we have some light workers with us, and um, no matter what you do in life, grounding is important. It can help you with like anxiety, and to create a circuit so that the earth uh, takes these energies from you, and transmutes them to a higher light. So, hey, Gail. Okay, so let's do this. So feel free to, at any point, call in any of your spirit guides. I'm going to do that in a little while, but first I just wanted to walk to the, it's called a tripod grounding exercise, and there's a lot of them out there. So, if this one doesn't speak to you, then, there's others, and they're really good to practice on a daily basis. And sometimes they're hard to remember to do, but it seems like the more you get around like-minded people, they kind of remind you to do that. So if you're, I don't know, you're sitting or in a chair is probably the best, but if you're, however you are, wherever you are, is good. Um, so uh, if you're in a chair, just put both feet on the floor, um, you know, and so I'm just going to read through it to make sure I don't miss any steps here. Hey, Laura. Um, Tina. Hi, Tina. Okay, let's do this. Okay, um, so just take a deep breath. The energy moves through breath. Okay. Okay. And then picture the base of your spine, just moving down. Imagine it. Your spinal cord just keeps going straight down into the earth. And keep breathing, and just know that it's happening. Because it's really about intention, because not all the time. I mean, even sometimes I can't, feel it. And sometimes I do feel like I'm anchored in, and sometimes I just have to know that it's happening. So, so just as the spinal cord just goes down into the earth, through the rocks, all the way down to the center of the earth. I usually picture it wrapping around crystals and just anchoring in there really well, just like grabbing onto it, and then go to your feet and picture the vines just coming down out of your feet, down into the soil, to the rocks, all the way down to the core of the earth. And then you can also wrap it around the same thing, the core of the earth, whether you picture crystals or rocks or whatever it is, and anchor in. And then picture the vines just spreading out through the earth as far and as wide as your imagination can take you. Um, okay, and this is going to, like I said, create that circuit so that you can transmit these energies that you have, and uh, the earth will take from you any lower energies and transmute them into the highest light. Okay, so okay, so that's all there is to it. So you are grounded. Um, so before I do the healing, um, I like to say a little. I like to call in the guides, and so we're going to do that right now. Um, Feel free to close your eyes and breathe, and and All right, here we go. I would like now to call in and give gratitude to our spirit guides, to spirit, to our loved ones, to the archangels, to the ascended masters, and all our spirit teams. And before we begin the healing process, let's open our minds and our hearts to the curiosity and to the unknown and to the unexpected and the subtleties of healing. And so it is. Okay. So I'm going to put on a little music, and then I'm going to do the healings. And does anybody have anything in particular that they would like me to ask for any kind of healing, or any concerns that you may have for yourself, or um, anything going on in there? No, no. All right. So I'm going to put on some music so that you know that we're connected, because it can get kind of quiet. Nope. Hey Heidi, it is. It is Carolyn. All right, I'm gonna grab my crystal here because I like to work with crystals. Okay, so I'm just gonna go quiet here for a little while, and I'll be back. So just keep breathing and know I'm sending you all the good stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. So basically, when you do the energy body healing, it's and you ask for healing for that. You're There's different things like if you're familiar with cutting cords, vacuuming out lower energies, any old memories. You can ask to balance chakras. There's all different things that you can ask. Pretty much, I mean, these are angels, so you can ask them whatever you want, whatever you want, and I love that. So um, I got a lot of different feelings from the people that are watching. And I think there's a lot of heart things going on right now. Personally, um, that's what I felt a lot in the heart chakra area. So I don't know if there are people, uh, what people are experiencing. Maybe a little bit of, maybe some sadness I feel out there. Um, But so, does anybody want to chime in? See, there's 27 people, which is pretty good. Um, Thank you, Leilani. My heart. Does anybody feel any shifts or any kind of lighter, brighter? Because that definitely, to clear the energy body, uh, can feel good. I even think I even felt some of the some of what's going on, like in Hydro. Hey, Jill. Uh, hey, Karen. Uh, Sending you love and healing. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So it must have been what I've been feeling. Um, oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much for that. Hey, Denise. How you doing? Um, I can. Oh, that's awesome, Carol. I love it. Yeah, the people have really good experience with the energy body healing. It's actually one of my favorite healings to do, um, and and I and the more I learn about it, the more I love it. So if you have a chance to either to learn how to do it or to get it done, it's a really positive uh, way to go. And uh, thanks, Leilani. Um, it seems like I might be on. Maybe I'll do another one. Like, I don't know, maybe some more people might come in. And I also wanted to mention that that the healing also not only goes to the people that are watching, but if you're watching the replay, you'll also benefit from healing. That's a wonderful thing about working with the angels. And there is no time and space. It's just all is right now. We're all one, and it's all right now. And right now, with so much going on in the world, um, it's a really important thing to take that self care. Healing is self care. You know, to I get regular healings, and they do me a lot of good. So, and they definitely will help with, and the grounding too will also help with the anxiety and the fear as well. Um, oh, thank you, Tina. Hey, Denise. Yeah, clearing the energy body and the healings will definitely help with that, and also the grounding will help with the anxiety and the fear too. Also, working with the root chakra, Denise, will also help. I'm sorry, probably not saying your name right. I just realized there was an A at the end. I'm so sorry. Um, so, hi Bree. Awesome. Thank you for your input. Um, yeah, so if you are struggling with with the anxiety and not just feeling safe or whatever, the root chakra is a really good chakra to work with. And I could me what I could do is uh, I could wait a few minutes and I can go back in. And now that I'm hearing that some of your requests and some of the things that you are concerned about. I see past hurts. I see heart failure, anxiety, separation, some heartache, things like that. I can go back in and I can and ask again, specifically for these things, and that's what it's for, and that's what we like to do. We want to bring relief and healing and light to the world, and to you. and we want you to feel good and safe in the world. And you know, so um, so yeah, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go back in and all right, got that. I'm just gonna write a couple of these things down because sometimes I like to just glance over to make sure I'm getting everything. But I think I'm gonna remember. Yeah, any comfort that we can give one another is a wonderful thing. Just I have my classmates are are doing Love Fest, and they're all such like-minded and loving people, and I hope that you all check them out because they're extremely talented. And this isn't even all of them, So let me do yes. Let's do the chakras. Let's do some chakra. Okay, throat. Yes, too. Thank you, Carolyn. All right, let's do some chakra balancing for you guys because we can, and it's a good thing. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go back in and 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 feel free to keep putting your concerns in there. I'm gonna glance up and hey Kelly, um, thank you so much for your input. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody being here so much um, because I've never been live on camera in my life. So you are all making it just so much better, and I really appreciate you sending the love back. Um, okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit more meditation, and I'm gonna go in and ask for these things in particular. Okay, um, you got it, Erin. Let's do it. Okay. So I definitely got some images of working, the angels working on the heart. Um, Also, I definitely, for me, I'm more sentient, so I feel things in my body, and I could feel the anxiety and things like that coming in and releasing. So to me, that says that things are being worked on and being released. What else did I get? Also, the grief part. Um, I feel that there is some um, grief from people that have lost people. So I ask for those. I know grief comes when it wants and goes when it wants, but it does help to clear these things out. Um, I know that it helps me. And I also saw which also donates is also speaks to the heart chakra is the pink lotus flower. Um, as when I see that is an opening of the heart chakra. Um, so that's a really positive thing. So so oh Brie, that's so good to hear. I love it. I love it. Um, so anyway, does anybody have any questions or anything like that? I I guess I could go into just kind of like talk about some things about healing and about the angels and my particular experience with it. So I was taught in school, and I have a mentor here that has also helped teach me this, and and the classmates also teach each other. So one of the things about the archangels is that hey Carrie, hi, welcome. So glad you're here. Um, is that when you're trying to cultivate relationships with the archangels or any angels or you know whoever you're trying to connect with, doesn't have to be that, but for me, I'm talking about the archangels right now. Um, and I'm still doing this, and is that when you call them in, like for me, I feel it in my body. Some people see different things, but for me, like say like you call in an archangel, you might work with a different one every day, or you might just however you want to do it. Like for me, if I call in Archangel Metatron, um, uh, it took me a little while to like develop these, and I'm still developing them. But like my right ear shakes when Archangel Metatron's around, and so when he comes in, and he did come in during the healing, um, then I know that he's here. And a lot of times for me, it's like there's different things like with intuitive work that each person might get their own signals and signs, so like when he comes in, one of the things I think of is childhood things, and some things that we hold in our bodies do come from childhood stuff. So there may be somebody out there that might be experiencing um, some feelings that may go back to that, you know um, so, and like for instance, Archangel Michael, I get like a tingling on the back of my head, and that was kind of a new one. It took me a little while to figure out what that was. First, I thought it was just the person that I was healing, and then but anyway, so I I have I've done the two healings. Is anybody else? So there's no questions. Does anybody have anything they want me to talk about, either um, about healing? Um, as is anybody here that that thinks they might want to get into healing? Or, I mean, I see a lot of people that are already healers here. So, uh, yes, Heidi, that is pretty incredible. Yeah, and uh, and they do show us signs and signals, and if people inquire a lot about angel numbers and what they see, and I believe that there's no coincidences. It's like whether you have a loved one that's passed on, or whether it's the angels or whatever. It's like I try to just tell myself there is no coincidences. If I'm thinking of somebody. Yes, Carol, I recommend the academy for everybody too. It is it is pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing, and you know what I mean. I really loved everything about it, but really finding this community has really been life changing for me. Absolutely. Um, uh, Les Johnson, thank you so much. It's wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. Um, so yeah, so when you see signs or you see like numbers that you're not sure about, you can always Google them, or sometimes they're specific to you. Like you might be thinking of somebody, a loved one or whatever, or you might be calling in an angel for guidance or help, or you might have an idea that comes into your mind, and you might be like, what do you think, Archangel Michael? Do you think that's a good idea? And um, Corinne, hi. Here she is. Thank you, Corinne. So glad you're here. Glad you're here. Um, in that moment, you're driving your car and you're thinking of, somebody that you love, and all of a sudden, bang, you see a license plate that says like 111 or whatever. To me, that is a sign. And I stop questioning it. I just, sometimes you just got to stop questioning it and just go with it and just know that it is real and it is here. And, and although there are many in the world that, they might be like, not believe it, I believe it. So if you need somebody to help you believe that, or you're unsure or whatever, you can always message me, you know, because this is something that I truly believe. Thanks, Corinne. It means so much to me, you guys. Uh, but yeah, and Corinne has taught me so much, and she really. Hey, Karen. Um, what I recommend for wisdom and insight. Um, well, it depends. I'm still learning about the archangels. I tend to call on Archangel Michael a lot. He is like the most, to me, he's extremely well-rounded angel. Like you can call on him for anything, and they have so many talents and things. But also, if you have anything particular, like if you have wishes or dreams or things that you want brought to heaven, Sandalphon's the one to do that. Call in Archangel Sandalphon. Um, I call on Archangel Raphael a lot. I mean, because I do the healing, so he is a healer, although he does many other things. Suzanne, cool. Lynn, you inspire me, Lynn. Oh my goodness, thank you. Um, so, so yeah, so that would be who I would call in. But you can also, I can also look those things up too, and if you want to. Um, where'd she go? Oh, there it is. Oh, Carolyn Wilson. Um, I can also look that up because I'm also always curious. Like when people ask me questions, it's like I'm more than glad to look them up because these are things that I get curious about too. Or things that I haven't thought about, and you know, and the more knowledge that I have, the more knowledge that I can pass on. Because when I'm meeting with people, these questions do come up, and I think a lot of us all have kind of the same questions. And and the good thing about being at the academy is, like, we find um, we have a process to cultivate these. We get tools in order to be able to move forward, where before it's like we have questions but we have no bridge, and Corinne has been our bridge into getting there. The school has been the bridge into getting there. And then we become each other's bridge into finding out more and learning more and feeling more from spirit. And just making our lives a better place to be. So yeah, so I'll be more than glad to look that up for you too as well. But that's what I would say. Those are the three angels. I guess I would I would say, you know. But hi Stephanie, thank you. I'm really glad you're here. Um, so let's see what else we got here. Um, let's see. I can tell you about prior to doing a healing. Um, oh, sweet. That's awesome. That's so awesome. You can never go wrong cultivating a relationship with the archangels. Uh, it's I call on them all the time. I mean, does it, I mean it, I mean they don't sleep, so you can. So it could be any time. It could be 3 in the morning, because a lot of us wake up at like 3 in the morning. It's like I'll go on Facebook and I'll be like, oh, so and so, everybody's up. But anyway, so one of the things that I do to prepare. Um, Prior to doing the healing, I do the 6 angel protection. So it's like I do the container where I call on Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael. So Archangel Raphael is in the east. I call on him. I call on Archangel Michael of the south. He's in the south. Gabriel in the west. Metatron. I don't know. Then next would be Uriel. And then each time you call on, you face that direction, if you can. And then Metatron, Sandalphon. I call on them to make this a safe place, and to try to be the best channel that I can for the people that are coming in, and they know who's coming in, and they have the foresight, and that I cannot, where I cannot see, they can see. And so I just trust that they know who's coming in. And so that's what I do. And then for the energy body healing in particular, it is the creator, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Raphael in particular. So yeah, that's who I call upon. And and then I say that little prayer before I start, which I don't know if everybody heard that, but I could say it again just so you know kind of what I say. This is who I kind of call upon. Um, and I like to call in the curiosity, the unknown, and the unexpectedness of healing, because you never do know what's going to happen with the angels. You can have an instant healing, you could have vision, you could have like all different kinds of things happen in healing. And with the angels, it's like and sometimes it's very subtle. It could be very subtle, and you don't really even notice, like until later on. It's like you're doing something, and then all of a sudden you realize, wow, you know what? I feel better. I don't feel anxious, or my heart feels better. I haven't felt that heavy feeling, and so and if you can feel it for a moment, that moment can expand out, and so I have about 2 more minutes, and I just want to say that you know. I put my calendar on there for anybody that wants to check out any of the descriptions of for the healing. And if you mention this, the live cast, you take $10 off it. Just mention it, and you know, I'd be more than glad to do that. And I would love to meet you and work with you. I do love to do the healing work, so you know. Uh, Although, as you know, it's like uh, just graduating. It's like you get terrified, but then you love it at the same time. So it's like, you know. Angela Davis, hi, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, you guys have really made it for me. Thank you so much for being here. I was really, really nervous about this, and just I got to make room for the next person. But thank you, everybody that came. Thank you, everybody that came. God bless you, and I'll be. Me too, Leilani. Me too. Couldn't have done it without you. All right, everybody. Have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. I get my clicker.